making me mad with 47.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Indianapolis Colts. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Lance now on first down. And the Raiders have got him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Big hold of the 30. He's at the 50. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cam Akers, 83 yards. And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Raiders nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Handoff right side, Nwangu. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Wentz now on first down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On play action, it's Wentz. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. That's into a crowd and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before. Tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. On the counter, this is Akers. Akers has got the first down and then some.
Touchdown, Indianapolis!
Cam Akers
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Colts lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Raiders nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? The catch. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, you probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Wentz again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Over the middle, Dorsett. Touchdown, Raiders. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
14. Raiders 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return is Duvernay. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Lance looking to throw it.
He'll get this one to come complete. And he spins past him and into space. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Now a play fake. Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And Lance now to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Jaron Reed able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Colts 14, Raiders 7.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A give running right is Akers. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On play action, Wentz. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 36-yard line.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
short, the fullback Burton. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Colts first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's brought down.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Working from the gun, Lance. That'll be caught by Cup. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
153 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Working with a 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Akers. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Cam Akers on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Raiders 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. This one swung out here to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wentz. Dorsett making the catch. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Las Vegas, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Here's Wentz to throw. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here to the pick. The 20, 10.
Wentz is intercepted.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated.
He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Again, it'll be Akers. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cam Akers on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Raiders 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
26 yards. And the Las Vegas.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. The return is Duvernay. And he returns this to the 22. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Tommy Townsend now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Agnew now to return. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The return from his end zone is Grant. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up.
In your face!
And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
The return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a give running right, Nwangu.
And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now a give running left is Nwangu.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Wentz.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Lance. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
22 yards. And the Colts 1st down.
Lance now on 1st down. He'll dump this off to Akers.
And all the way stop him.
The psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Akers.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Boy, 184 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
3rd down.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Cam Akers A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Wentz. A check down here to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. Wentz's throw there taken in by Dorsett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And now off to the races down the right side.
Always a pleasure.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Wentz now on 1st down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Wentz to throw again. Left side, it's Dorsett. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Complete to Philip Dorsett. 1st down.
Wentz now to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Jones. Touchdown! Aaron Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Going right back to Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On the tackle. No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Now Lance. And the Raiders have got him. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, here's Agnew. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. That's good.
On 1st down, Wentz. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Raiders. Eric Ebron. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return is Duvernay. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that, has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. There he goes, right side. He's at the 50. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they
throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Another run now for Nwangu. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Cybered on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Akers has got the first down and then some.
And finally down at the 32-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here's Akers.
Space to run past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Cam Akers.
32 yards.
And the Colts might be moving closer to an elusive second win of the year as they extend that fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
56. Raiders 42.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. Second and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on fourth and goal at the 3. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped lead.